just 200 years ago, August 1808, where Wellesley landed with the British Army. The first British Army to come to the Iberian Peninsula, hit Napoleon's soft underbelly.
Very exciting to be here. We're going to go on a trip right the way, we're going to follow the campaign right the way through. This is the place where it all started, because this fort behind us was actually seized by the Portuguese resistance. There's a brilliant plaque up on the wall, erected 100 years ago, 1908. But would you believe it, they don't even mention the Brits, isn't that typical? Well, it's really hot here, and of course Wellesley landed with his men at the height of summer, August 1808.
Tell you something, I think you're hot now. Just try putting this on, young
Bring
man.
it on, Dad, thank you. The classic red coat, for use in all seasons.
You're having trouble getting it on. They're a big lad, and they were smaller than you were on the whole in those days. What's that like?
The idea of marching from here, 15, 20 miles a day perhaps, not very pleasant, certainly feeling a bit warm. And of course they were carrying 3 days' rations on their backs, cartridges, powder, muskets, shakos on their heads. Whew, they'd have been hot.
Extraordinary. This is the home of one of the elite units in Wellington's Peninsular War Army, the Light Division. And here in Winchester, we've been given access to the Royal Green Jackets Museum, where there's a treasure house of maps, of pictures, and other objects, which will help bring alive for us the war that Wellington fought in the Peninsula. Just to give you an idea what we cover in this series, At War with Wellington, on the website and on Radio 4, this is a map of Spain and Portugal as Wellington would have seen it at the time. Very, very few roads indeed in Spain and Portugal. Vital for Wellington to control those roads if he's to push the French right out of Spain and Portugal altogether. Anyway, here's where he arrived, Montego Bay, and we cover 4 big events in this Peninsular War. First, the Battle of Vimeiro, which he won soon after arriving at Montego Bay, down here in 1808, beat the French Marshal Junot there and occupied Lisbon and therefore Portugal. And the next big event we cover is the Battle of Talavera in the summer of 1809, a victory over the French there. For the next 3 years he was mainly based in Portugal, pushing out when he could into Spain and weakening the French hold on Spain with the help of his Portuguese and Spanish allies. And we pick him up again in 1812 with his big thrust into Spain then, when he moved out of Portugal, captured the frontier fortress of Badajoz, which again gave him control of that vital road to Madrid. He moved up from Badajoz, which was the bloodiest night of fighting in the whole war, right up here, through Spain, pushing the French back all the time. And by the summer of 1813, he confronted the French at the Battle of Vittoria. A decisive victory for Wellington, and it wasn't long from then, it was just a matter of time before he pushed the French back into France itself.